So now in here, you're going to put into the URI field right here. You're going to, let me see what we've been using to steer.
SRP.SSG.
Okay.
Capitals.
It may have an error because we can only have that on one endpoint at a time. And it probably exists on the SRP FQDN right now. So that's fine for now. Let me just make one quick change. Edit. Okay. All right. Now we also need to apply it to the contact. So if you hit configure on SIP, and in just the domain piece of the contact, put srp.ssg.comcast.net. Okay. Now, additionally, the way we're solving load balancing across multiple SRPs is we're locating this endpoint as an SRV record. And the priority on all the A records that come back in that SRV is the same. So then we load balance across all the SRPs. So what we need to do is actually say, we need to enable FQDN redundancy. And let's see, keep scrolling down. Locating SIP server should be changed to SRV. We need to do enable. Are we doing enable recipient? Yeah, enable recipient update. So what that's going to do is update the to field with whatever's in the request URI. The user part of the request URI is going to also go into the to field. Otherwise, we would just leave what was in the to field before. So since we're doing digit manipulation of adding +1, removing +1, we need to do enable recipient update at the endpoint. Does that make sense, or is that bad?
In that case, if the call is forwarded, right, it can still contain the request URI with some other number, and 2 can contain the initial first number. No, right?
But the version header.
Yeah, it's supposed to be part of the history or division.
If it ends up being a problem, let us know. I mean, we can work with it and figure out a solution. I mean,
be different.
we just built it based. We built this. I mean,
Why you want to do it?
because your slideshow told us we had to do it. And the original requirements that we had, and the immediate deployment scenario, one of the things was it was saying to update that. So that's how we solved it. I mean, it wasn't created, it was a flag that was already there that we used. But we won't.
Did we have any requirement to update the 200?
Do you have any?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. If you, I mean, it's easy enough. If we don't have to do it, then
Yeah,
I'll show you.
yeah.
I'll show you.
Sorry, man.
No.
So the 2 header is +1 10-digit dest
Not
TN,
good.
which is the same as this.
Yeah, I mean,
So like
this
on the
doesn't mean
forward
that it
call,
should match the request URI.
On
It
the
just
forward
means
call,
that it
you
should
have the
Add a
add a
+1 to it.
Yeah.
original and the diversion header.
Diversion.
What are the
I guess we interpreted it
The request
differently.
URI.
Well, we viewed it as this variable is that
Have
variable.
the
You know what I
forward
mean?
2 number.
So, obviously, it's easy enough to
original.
change. If we run into an issue,
I think the 2 has the
we can address
original.
it.
Original, but is the
Why would you
request
add
URI?
+1 to make it
What is the
E164?
request URI?
Yeah.
no, that's
Well, that's how the,
I better not speculate, I better just bring it up.
That's how?
SIPJ wants it to be. I mean, the rate server. But now it's not required actually. Only the request URI needs a +1.
only the request
Yeah,
URI.
we change the SIPJ and
What do you want to start? Do we want to? I guess this is maybe a conversation for another time,
Yeah.
but for now, okay. So we'll keep going how we have it currently documented, but we can always change the design based on the requirements. So, okay. I'm afraid I'm making this look more complicated than it has to look. All the things that we're doing right here isn't required to make it work. It's only because of the requirements that are there, because of the interworking between SIP-JA and SRP and everything else. With SIP-P, you wouldn't have to do any of this stuff because it's going to just expect an invite and reply to it. So keep scrolling down. So iEdge group, we want to put this in the iEdge group of Core Comcast, or yeah, we put this on the Core Proxy, right? On the
Yeah.
Core side, so we'll put it on Core Comcast. Plus, this gives you a chance to kind of see all the options too before. It's not behind the NAT, so we don't need to worry about that. We don't want to change any of the SIP timers on the endpoint. We're going to inherit all the global ones. Header policy, this one gets Comcast_HMR.
Are you sure? Okay.
Now, obviously, if you wanted to enable SIP options ping, here's where you could turn that on.
Okay,
And then you could also choose the mode, what happens when it becomes unavailable.
Where's that where you would choose the, oh, this?
Yeah, so here, no, that's not right. That's the old model. SIP options ping interval. Yeah, there should be more options that go along with this.
You have global enable?
That might have something to do with it. SIP options ping interval in seconds. If you expand this out a little, can we see what happens with the... No, I guess not. Oh, so let's enable that right there.
Let's see if it brings up additional.
And then it's just ping interval in seconds. No, because there's also log only, remove from service, and send a trap. So I'm surprised, Andy might be right, we may have to enable it globally, or it might be further down, but I'll find out about that.
No, no one said anything.
Set options.
So let me pose the question again.
There's a
What do you
question
guys
coming up
wanna
from
eat?
Angel, please answer one by one.
One by one. What do you guys want? You
I'll
want
eat
pizza?
Pizza's fine. Sandwiches is fine. Whatever you guys normally order.
Which one will come first?